If everyone demanded peace instead of another television set, then there'd be peace. John Lennon. Welcome everybody to the podcast. This is episode 29 of Let's Be Real. And like I always like to do, let's jump into some gratitude time. What are you grateful for today? Think about it real quick. What are you grateful for? Can you see it? Can you smell it? Can you feel it? What is it? Well, for me today, I am grateful for the items I have in my life to be able to share with loved ones and have amazing memories with them. So, if you haven't caught the theme yet, which sometimes you can, sometimes you don't, sometimes it's a little bit hidden in there. Today we're talking about materialism. So, let's get into a couple words to better help us understand some couple things here with Webster's definitions of words. Material is a noun relating to, derived from, or consisting of matter. Materialistic, adjective, excessively concerned with material possessions, usually money-oriented. Excessive, adjective, more than is necessary, normal, or desirable, immoderate. And necessary, adjective, required to be done, achieved, or present, needed, essential. So why are we so materialistic? Well, there's a number of factors. Part of it's in our DNA. We were hunter-gatherers before we were consumers. We've been brainwashed by our parents, our lifestyle, our commercials, by our friends, everything, etc., etc., etc. with this. Buying things equals happiness is what we're taught. Comparison, we compare everything in our lives. And we do it a lot of times without even realizing it. And insecurities. These are just a few things that are really some big factors of why we're so materialistic. You ever notice when you get a shiny new toy, like an iPad, an iPhone, a car, new computer, etc.? It's amazing for a few weeks, right? Like, I know when I get something new, I'm all over it. Like, I'm like a kid on Christmas at 6 years old who just got the latest action figure. It's like, you ever, what's that movie, Toy Story? You ever seen the movie Toy Story? Because the Buzz Lightyear, oh my God, he's just all over Buzz Lightyear. That's how we are, because it's new, it's exciting. It gives us that feeling of pure joy for a while. And then what happens after those few weeks? It gets tossed in the box with the other toys. It's just another thing. It loses that newness. It loses that wow factor. And then we're on to the next shiny object. We're chasing this fleeting emotion of a happiness. That's what it is. I'm not going to lie to you. I still chase this, but I'm aware of it. I know I do this because I just did it yesterday. I was on TCG Player, which is a trading card game website where you go and buy and sell and trade cards, Magic, Pokemon, all this stuff, right? Like, I'm a big Magic player, of tons of Pokemon cards from back in the day. Point is I like to go window shopping on there. I like to go on there and see what new deals I could get, what new cards I could possibly buy, and I fill my cart up. And right before I hit that, checkout button, I have that split second of realization of, you're chasing the happiness again. You're chasing that feeling, that dopamine hit of buying something new, of clicking that checkout and going, yes, I bought some new cards. And what's going to happen when they show up? You're going to enjoy them for about, 30 minutes. You're going to be like, yes, I finally got these ones. You're going to put them in whatever new decks you've been working on. You're going to put them in whatever new folders, or you're going to stash them away. And then you're on to the next set. You're on to the next time you jump back on. That's what I do, and I'm aware of this. And so what I've done is I've learned to be aware of it, and I go through the motion of going and picking out all these things, adding them to the cart. But then when I get them to the cart, I sit and I reflect for a minute, and I think about it. I'm like, I don't really need these. I'm just chasing that happiness of buying them. And I've learned to trick myself and train myself into the happiness of putting them into the cart is enough for me. I get to save that money because I'm tricking myself into the fact that I just bought them. I put them into the cart. The cart means they're mine now. They're there. And then I go through and I delete all of them. I take them all back out. And then I put my phone away, or I get off the computer and I go do something else. And I do this on Amazon. I do this on a different bunch of other sites. And this is my way of overcoming that buyer's remorse, because we all have it. We all go and spend a bunch of money at the stores. We spend a bunch of money on Amazon or whatever. We get all the packages and then we're just like, the hell was I thinking? Why did I buy a can opener, a bottle of wine, and 14 peanut butter bars? I don't know. This is the first things that came to my mind when I was thinking of that. But it's like, you look at it and you're like, why did I buy those? Then you go and you put them wherever they need to be, and you kind of beat yourself up for a little bit. And then a couple weeks later, a couple more packages show up, and you're like, bought some new headphones, an iPhone case, and some hand sanitizer. Why did I do that? Because I thought I wanted them. I thought I needed them. Anyways, the point is we're always chasing this fleeting emotion of happiness. And the people who sell us this junk, they know that. They've done tons of research on psychology. They've spent millions of dollars on advertising and knowing the ways we tick so that they can sell us this crap. You want to know the sad truth about all of the materialistic ideas and things that I've just been talking about? You want to know the sad truth, the number one fact of life with all of this is? We can take none of this shit with us when we die. None of it. Yet we chase it. We covet. We collect all of this stuff because we think it makes us happy. What we're actually trying to do is fill a void inside of us that can never be filled with material possessions. Think about this for a second, okay? I've collected a couple Funko Pops. I'm actually in the process of selling a bunch of these. But think about it. If Funko was to release 100 Funko Pops, just their top 100, and that's all they ever were going to release, people who collect would buy all 100, and then they would do one of two things. They would either move on to a different thing to collect because they're already collected all 100 of these, and now they're chasing a new thing to collect to fill that void. Or they would petition Funko. They would blast them with emails saying, please make more. Why? Because they are not satisfied. The more that you have, the more that you want with something like this that you collect. That is the psychology behind why they continue to make more of these. Think about it. I didn't look, but I'm pretty sure there's probably over 10,000 different Funko Pops. Think about that. If you actually owned every single one of them. There are people out there who are Star Wars fanatics, they're Star Trek fanatics, they're Pokemon fanatics, they're Hot Wheel fanatics, they're all these different things. G.I. Joe. Have you ever seen these TV shows that go into these fanatics people's houses and they have 1, 2, maybe 3 rooms full of this stuff, and it's not even everything that's out there on this particular thing? Just think about that. Then when that person dies, where does it go? It probably goes to the family members, and then they sell it off because they don't see any use for it, because this person coveted these possessions so much that other people will just kind of look at it and be like, well, I'm not into that, so I'm just going to sell it off, and what do I need it for? But why do we covet these material possessions so much? It's because we're chasing that happiness. We're trying to fill that void. But we don't realize it. Many of us are not aware of it. That's something that I've, in the last year or two, I've really come to understand. Like, wow, when I die, none of this shit's going to care that I'm dead. It's just going to sit there on the shelf, waiting for somebody else to come pick it up and use it. Because that's what it is. It's an object to be used. It's a thing. So, let's get into some Q&A reflection time. Now that we went a little deep into that. Are you someone who has to have the latest and greatest? Are you somebody who, when you have the iPhone, I don't even know what they're on now, iPhone 8, 9, 10, whatever, when the iPhone 20 comes out, do you have to have it even though you have the iPhone 19? Are you that person that has to have it because it's the latest and it's the greatest? Do you get a new item no matter the cost because you think it will make you happy or popular or better off? Is that something that you think will make it happen? If I get the 2021 Corvette, even though I have the 2020, it's going to make me more popular. It's going to make me happier because I've got the newest one. Have you ever thought about what will happen to all your things when you die? Have you really sat down with your mortality and thought, wow, all this shit in my house is still going to be here when I die. And somebody else is going to pick it up and sell it or take it or use it or do it. And I'm not going to have any say in it because I'm going to be dead. And those things are not going to care. They're not going to come to my funeral. Objects aren't going to come to your funeral and mourn that you're dead. No, they don't care. They don't have feelings. They're things. Anyways. Didn't want to turn this so dark, but it's the sad truth. It's the facts that a lot of us don't want to be aware of or don't want to realize. So that's what I got for you guys today. If you guys could do me a favor, if you guys could share me around, share the podcast wherever you're listening to it, iTunes, Google, SoundCloud, Stitcher, any of the places you're listening to, please share it on your socials. Help me out. Get me out there. Spread the message. Because when you do that, you're helping others as I try to help too. Because what you learn and you share might possibly help someone else. So we're all in this together. We're all helping each other to be better and understand each other and ourselves better. That's all I ask for you guys. Just help me out. Share me out there. I'd really appreciate it. If you want to tag me on Instagram, it's at Chris McCarthy GTR, ChrisMcCarthy GTR. And I'll be more than happy to share you guys in my stories. If you're on Facebook, share me through there. You can always find me, Chris McCarthy. I'm also on YouTube, many other places. Anyways, the point is, share it out there. Help others as I'm trying to help you guys. But most importantly, I hope you have a wonderful day, and God bless.